Alright guys, so I want to go ahead and start this commentary off by letting you know that my voice is probably going to sound a little bit raspy, and that's just because I am under the weather. I am sick, whatever you want to call it. I have been sick for the past 3-4 days or so. So in today's video, I really want to go over my plan on how to address my current predicament as far as my knee and adductor goes. So for those of you who don't know, I'm currently dealing with an adductor strain, and this strain seems to have affected my knee as well. I guess you can say it's spread out in a way, just because I didn't really address it in the manner in which I should have addressed it. All I really did was take a little bit of time off, and once I felt better, I went straight into my training, which in hindsight probably wasn't the best choice. However, we are going to deal with it now for the next 2 to 6 weeks. I will be working a little bit differently in order to help prevent any more wear and tear. So, what exactly is wrong? After a few hours of research, I feel like I've come to the conclusion that my meniscus seems to be aggravated. I'm hoping that it's not a tear. If it's a tear, then that would make things a lot worse. However, I really don't think it's a tear, because I would be feeling a lot more pain throughout the day while I'm walking, sitting, etc. Honestly, I think it's just aggravated from the previous adductor strain and the increased amount of volume with my lower body movements, because I am, or at least I was, squatting 3 times a week and deadlifting 2 times a week leading up to this situation. So we're currently taking a look at yesterday's training, and yesterday's main goal was to figure out at what weight will my knee start giving me issues. So with that being said, I definitely wasn't planning on going over 315 pounds unless my knee didn't bother me. And unfortunately, after the 225 pound mark, I did start to feel some tension in my knee. It wasn't pain, it wasn't anything severe, but it was definitely discomfort. So I made the better choice to move up slowly, and I finished off with 275 pounds. I did feel a slight or higher amount of discomfort than 225, of course, because it's a heavier weight, but it was enough for me to be able to work with for a few sets of 6 reps. Now, on the first set, I accidentally did 7 reps, but the next 2 sets I performed only 6 reps. And during those reps, I really wanted to focus on lowering myself extremely slow and feeling out my knee at the very bottom position before I come up, and that's exactly what I did. So I essentially concluded that 275 pounds were the higher end of my training for the next 3 to 6 weeks. So more than likely I'll find myself training anywhere between 185 and 225 pounds. And I actually did the same thing with deadlifts. I worked up to a comfortable weight. Now in between all of my warm-up sets, I was messing with my foot stance, just because my typical foot stance demands more quad activation, and that was aggravating my knee. So what I did was flare out my toes a little bit more to emphasize the lockout, not so much quad activation. And overall, the adjustments did help out a lot. So I definitely see myself squatting and deadlifting to a minimum for the next 3 to 6 weeks. So I want to go ahead and thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of your support, and I will talk to you all in the next video.
deadlift, my man.